Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Brittany Panzarella and I am on the marketing team here at Kiss Products. Thank you all so much for being here today for the second masterclass of our Nailed It with Kiss series. This is going to be a series throughout the year to show you all the best tips and tricks for your DIY mani with some of our top selling kits. Today we will have our host showing you all about our Salon Dip color system with the awesome new white color and our Salon Dip color palette in Rose Garden. The Salon Dip color system is available on kissusa.com and also at CVS, Ulta, and Rite Aid. And the Salon Dip color palette is available at kissusa.com now. As we dive in, please feel free to connect with us in the chat. We love all the questions and comments. We do have some community managers from Kiss that will be in the chat answering all of your questions throughout the live, but we will have a formal Q&A session at the end of the class and try to answer as many questions as possible. With that being said, I'd like to introduce our host, nail enthusiast and YouTube star LongHairPrettyNails, who will be walking you through the products in more detail and share some of her favorite tips and tricks. Welcome, Evie. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey Brittany, thank you so much for having me. I am really excited to be back for our second masterclass. The first masterclass was really fun, so I know we're going to have a good time this time. So, y'all know that I have been using Kids products for a very long time. Check my YouTube channel. I have tons of trying Kids product videos. But that is the reason why I am so happy and honored to be partnering with Kiss to show you guys their top nail products. So today I'm going to be using the Salon Dip color system. This kit comes with the new white dip powder color, and it comes with everything that you need to do your dip powder nails. You get your base and your top gel, your activator, your dipping tray, brush softener. They really gave you everything that you need in this kit. And I'm also going to be using the new Salon Dip color palette. This one is the Rose Garden, and it comes with 4 beautiful shades. You have your light nude, your rose pink, your plum red, and your gold glitter. So yes, I've done a YouTube video on these 2 kits, and in that video, I'm sorry, y'all. I had some feedback in my ear. But yeah, I did a video on those 2, and in that video, I used the white dip powder and the gold glitter. And if you want to see how that turned out, definitely check out my YouTube video. So for this look, I'm going to be using another color from the Rose Garden palette. I want to use that rose pink because when I swatched it, it was so pretty. And we're going to do an accent nail with the gold glitter. We're going to add a little bling. It's going to be really, really cute. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing we need to do is prep. As with any nail application, your prep is uber important. If you do your prep right, these nails can last up to 2 weeks or more. So first thing you want to do is get your nail file. No, the first thing you want to do is get your manicure stick. So as you guys can see, I've already have my nail tips on. Nail tips are like totally optional. You don't have to do that, but I need a little help, so put some nail tips on. But anyway, just go ahead and lightly push back your cuticles. Nothing too drastic. We just want to get up any of that cuticle that's on the nail plate. And this also makes for your nails to last longer. Getting rid of this, make sure that you don't have any lifting. You don't have to scrape too hard either. Just kind of get it up. All right. And then next, I'm going to take this side just very lightly though, okay? And we're going to I like to use it to also push back the cuticle, and we're just going to lightly take the shine away from the nail. And because I have on nail tips, I want to take the shine away from that nail tip as well. And if you have to, kind of blend it in with your natural nail, but don't overfoul, okay? So yeah, we're just gonna do that. And make sure you do it to all your nails. This is going to ensure that your nails last a long time as well. Once again, we want to get all the oils and, make it to where the dip powder is going to stick to your nail and it's going to last. I just like to, it's not like uber important to take the shine away from the tip, but it does help. Like so. Let me just It's a little shiny over here. So how are y'all doing today? I am so glad to see all of you guys excited about this second master class. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I just like hanging out with y'all and doing nails. Y'all know how we do over here. All right, so we got that. And then we can honestly just get ready and get into it. So I love these dipping trays that come with this. It makes it so much easier. It's some dip kits that just have the big bottle that you dip in. I like these trays. So I have a few kits. So I just took one from each and I'm going to I'm going to pour each color into a dipping tray. This is honestly what makes this like really easy to do at home. This tray. It may be simple, but I really, really like it. Especially for long nails. Like, you know how I like to do long nails. And with these trays, you can go pretty long. Okay, so we got the gold glitter and the rose pink. So, as you can see, I have, a little bit of my nails done, majority of them. So we're going to be doing these two today, obviously. So, I'm going to start off with the rose pink one. So we're going to take our base gel and, okay, I also like to just have, thought I had just some paper towel nearby in case I have to, well, you will have to wipe your brush off, but I'll show you that once I get to that part. All right, so what I like to do is when I have long nails like this, I like to start in the center. This kind of gives the nail, the best shape. So I like to start in the center and just pull up and then dip that and tap off the excess. And I just like to let it sit there for a minute. If you brush too early, you could put streaks in it if like the brush gel is not if the base gel is not all the way dry. So we're gonna let that sit for a little bit. And while that's drying, you can go over to your next nail and do the same thing. So this one is going to be the gold glitter. And once again, I'm just putting a strip down the center and dip, tap. Oh, every time I use this gold glitter, like it's so pretty. So once again, I'm gonna let that sit and dry. And so this one should be good and dry. Doesn't look like it's any excess, but we'll go ahead and wipe. Okay. And then we just continue. Like this time I'm gonna go up a little bit further. And I'm gonna make sure that I'm putting the base gel on the sides as well. I really like how thick this is. Like as you can see, where you place it is kind of where it stays. So, I don't want to hit my nail. And then just tap that off. Oh, got a little. It's okay. Like once you get to filing, if you just have like tiny nicks in it, it'll get it out. But try not to hit your nail because you'll put dents in them. All right. So next, we're gonna move on to this one. This one should be good and dry. Just go ahead and use the sponge to wipe off the excess. And we can go ahead and do the same thing with this one. We're just going to move back just a little bit and put it on the sides as well. And we dip, tap, and let that dry. All right. See, this goes like really quick when you're not just doing one nail at a time. You can bounce and do all your nails and do, just come back around. That's kind of what I do, when I'm doing my nails on my own, not for when I'm filming. So, all right. So yeah, I'm just going to move back a little bit more. Just a little bit. Well, probably. And with this, you want to make sure to be really careful about where you put this because where you put the base gel is where the powder is going to stick to. So just keep that in mind. All right. And then we're just going to keep going. I think the dip nails is probably one of the easiest kits. Oh, okay. You don't want to make don't do it before you wipe off the excess. I almost messed up there. Okay. But yeah, you want to make sure that, you're not, like I said, you're not being have this base gel too thick and just, all over the place. And make sure you have like very nice, smooth strokes. We want this to look really, really professional. But the gel does make it easier because it is like a thicker consistency, and so you're able to kind of put it where you want it to be and it not spill all over the place. All right. So yeah, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's it's starting to build up a nail without it being super flat. But like I said before, if you're just doing it on like your natural nails, you don't have to do like this step. But since I am using tips and my nails are longer, I want to make sure that it's not flat. Okay, and then, oh, I don't know. I love how I could get really close to that cuticle and it does not flood it. That is how you know you have a good base gel. And I also like to shake the powder to make sure it's nice and even. Okay. I know it looks like a lot of dips, but it's really not. Trust me. Okay, so, ooh, let me get a little closer so y'all can see that cuticle. Oh, that looks good. Okay, I got a little spot. I think that'll be okay once I file. All right, I like that one. Yeah, you don't want to keep going because it can get a little thick, so, just keep that in mind. So I'm going to move this one to the side. And now we can just finish this one. With the longer nails, you may have to kind of do, a few, like one or two more dips. The pinky nails are small, so you don't have to like go that hard. But I think this one be good too. I might just have to do one more. Let's see. So first, I'm just being really careful around that cuticle. Oh, this one gonna be good. I feel it. All right, and I just want to make sure I'm getting really close. Okay. And then once again, make sure with every coat that it's nice and smooth over the whole nail. Otherwise, once you dip, you'll be able to see like the dips and the creases in it, and we don't want that. Okay, so we dip. Okay, so with this one, you see like that's, it's not bad, but I am probably going to do one more dip just to make everything really even. So let me just let that do its thing for a second. And I like to use the sponge too to kind of get the excess off my finger to keep the mess down. All right. You don't want to brush it too soon. Okay, I think it's dry. All right, so I'm gonna go in with one more dip. And we're just gonna make sure that's really tight around the cuticle. And once again, make sure that the base gel is nice and smooth over the entire nail. All right. And our final dip. I'm sorry, y'all. It's summer vacation. The kids are home and they are loud. All right. All right, so I'm going to let that sit for a second. Make sure everything is nice and dry. And make sure to tighten up your base gel because we don't want that to dry out and the top to harden on it. All right. So I just let this, just a couple seconds. I say probably about 5 seconds or so before, look like it might already be. All right. I'm just double checking. I thought I got a little bit on my cuticle, but it's just ashy. All right. Okay, so we are done with our dipping. You see how quick this is? Like, you can have you a full set of nails in no time. Seriously. All right, so now we're going to go in with the activator. And this is what hardens up the nail. And, oh, this is tight. Ah, okay. I'm going to have to switch to this one. This one's already open. Okay, but yeah, you want to get your activator, and this is what's going to harden up your nail and make sure that everything is dry, making sure all the layers is dry. So, and you want to be generous with this, but don't put it on your skin, okay? So I'm just going to do this, making sure we get all around. It's so satisfying putting this on because you can like see that it's soaking through. Pretty cool. And I also just make sure we're getting really close to that cuticle. And I like to turn the nail up like that and make sure we get that tip as well. Anywhere that you're going to file, you know, you want to make sure that you get your activator. Just want to make sure this one is, pretty sure I did that already, but just to make sure. Sorry, y'all. I think I need to zoom in a little bit. Okay. All right, so now we are going to put the activator on this. And once again, being generous with it to make sure it's getting through all the layers. And also, once you put this activator on, you want to allow it to dry for about 2 minutes. But look at that. Like, that took no time, and we have like 2 really nice nails. We kind of opt to do only 2 nails for this masterclass just in case, you know, it takes a while. Because sometimes they do take a while. So, but as you can see, this one was really quick. Okay, so I just go ahead and let that dry for 2 minutes. So I heard that some of you guys have bought some kits and wanted to follow along. So how are you doing with your nails? And what colors did y'all choose? Put it down in the chat. All right. I think probably this one has. And what I do with that nail file? Oh. And you know, I just kind of checked to. I'm gonna just give it a little bit more time. I feel like it might be though. Oh no, I'll take that back. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but there we go. Yeah, that was pretty hard. Okay. All right, so I can start filing this one while the other one's drying. And pretty much you just want to, you know, smooth everything out. So taking the blue side of the file, which is the rougher side, I just want to make sure to kind of get in. And I like to kind of file the sides first and then this side. But honestly, you don't have to do that much filing because dip powder is really easy to file. Like, you don't have to do too much filing at all. Because you could go a little too far. But I just like to really get around the cuticles, making sure that that's nice and even. The main thing is we don't want it to look chunky. Let's see. Let me back up just a little bit, just so my camera can stay in focus. All right. But yeah, just making sure to file everything, especially the tip. The tip is kind of where some of the dip powder may gather, and we want to make sure that is, you see how that's looking better already. This color is really pretty too. Like, I don't know if you guys saw my YouTube channel, my YouTube video on this. I had swatched these, and when I swatched this color, I was like, dang, I should have used this one. But this is cute. It's like a really, really pretty nude color. Y'all know how I like my nudes. All right, so, you know, you want to take your time with the filing. Because, you know, if you don't, then your nail's not going to look good. And that's starting to look better. And then I just like to do the top to even that out. All right, and then don't skip this step because this is a tip here. Use the buffer, okay? The buffer is going to not in a sense like make the nail shiny or anything like that, but it's gonna like really smooth out the powder. Even though like it feels like it's not doing anything, it's like buffing the nail, I guess. But that's how you get like that really nice detailed finish, especially around the cuticle area. I'm not sure if you can see where it's like kind of jagged a little bit. This is gonna smooth that out. Like, look at that. I'm sorry, I'm holding my hand all type of ways, but anybody who do their own nails know that, you know, you gotta kind of be in the circus of how you're gonna contort your hand. All right, I think I just want to come in a little bit more on the filing. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm kind of a stickler for filing. You guys always compliment my shape and nails, and it's because I do a lot of filing. I just want to make sure it's right. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay. I like the way that looks. And now, okay. I did put activator on that, didn't I? All right. So now we can move on to this one. That was way more than 2 minutes. I'm sure this one is definitely dry. So yeah, do the sides. This is what's going to take your nails from looking like, you know, your 3-year-old did it to looking professional. But as you can see, like the shape is there. You're just kind of refining it. You don't have to, you know, make the shape. Oh, I just love this gold glitter, y'all. This is, I don't know, the whole Rose Garden like color palette is so pretty. Like, I'm all for it. I can't wait to use that red next. Okay, how we looking? How we looking? All right. Most important. Okay, yay. And with some dip powder kits, like the activator don't, you know, you got to put a ton of activator on. This one, I'm not running into any gummy spots or anything like that, so that is good. I just want to make sure. Oh yeah, I like that. Let me just do these sides a little bit. So as y'all can see, this little thing does the work, okay? it gets the job done. All right, so once again, you want to go ahead and buff around. I really like to concentrate around the edge of the nail in the cuticle area. Like I was saying, get them edges right. And all right, and then, you know, I kind of just bring it up to my face to make sure it's to my liking. That is the beauty of doing your own nails at home, because you can do what you want and get it as perfect as you want it. And it's not expensive. All right, so we got that done. And next, after you do your filing, you have to go back in with activator. This just ensures that if you happen to file into any areas that didn't get any activator, that it's getting some now. And we want to make sure just to put it on. It doesn't have to be like as generous as that first coat. This is just like a, okay, we just want to make sure coat. Oh, this is like the most satisfying. It's when it's dry and then you... It's the little things, right? So yeah, just making sure to put this on. And once again, we're going to give this 2 minutes to dry. Wow. That was so quick. Yeah, this is why I feel like the dip nails is probably one of the easiest nails to do. One of the easiest and one of the quickest. As long as the most important thing is just putting that base exactly where it needs to go, and then you're good. All right, so we're gonna let that sit for about 2 minutes. And yeah, so how y'all feeling today? Good. These nails really turned out cute. Making sure this ain't gonna mess this up. Okay. So y'all, I'm just going to, we're going to put everything back. I don't want to spill any of this stuff. So that is the beauty about, you know, the dip powder after you're finished. And I really like this little scoop. It doubles as pouring it easily back into the jar. So yeah, you don't really use that much of the dip powder when you're doing your nails. So these can last you a while, especially if your nails are short. And if you're doing nails like me, it's probably not gonna last that long. But yeah, make sure you pour them back because we don't want to spill the powder. It'll be sad. Okay, and then I'm gonna just set these aside. All right, so that should be close to dry. So next, you want to make sure to get a dry paper towel, dry, no alcohol, no nothing, and just wipe the nail. We want to get the excess activator off, because if you don't and you go into the next step, you're going to harden your brush instantly. So make sure you just wipe. And we're going to do the same thing to this one. Just making sure to wipe it good. Oh yeah, that seems nice and strong. Ooh. Oh. I'm in love. I don't like a messy background. Okay. So next, we're going to take the top gel. And this is just your top coat. You know, we're almost done. All right. It's a little easier if I can sit this up just to make sure I'm getting all of the nail. So yeah, you're just going to apply this like any other top coat. And sorry, I just want to make sure I'm loading my brush correctly. All right, and I just like to start. Oh, look how smooth that is. Oh, I love it. And yeah, just make sure that it's everywhere. It doesn't dry instantly, so it gives you a little time to make sure you're applying it correctly. Okay, I think that's good. And it has that same kind of thick consistency as the base gel, so it's really easy to place it where you want it, like right up to that cuticle. Ah. Every time this gold glitter, it has me in a chokehold, for real, for real. Okay. these turned out really good. Okay. I just want to make sure I have it on smooth. Ooh, yes. Okay, so you do want to allow the top gel to dry for about 5 minutes. Make sure you do that. So I'm going to use a little bit of the top gel to just put, I'm using some of the Kiss rhinestones. They got these multi shapes. And I'm just going to take just one little blinget, and we're going to put it right here. So I'm just going to, just a little dollop of that. And I'm going to just place you right here. I want it down a little bit more. Okay. Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna try to hold my hand still so that doesn't move. So, aren't these so cute? I love how these turned out. So when it comes to taking these off after you've worn them for your 2 weeks, taking these off is very, very simple. All you have to do is use this side of the file to file the nails just to break the seal of the top gel. Get you a cotton pad soaked in acetone. Get you a cotton pad soaked in acetone, put it on the nail, wrap it up in your foil, let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes. And at that time, the nail's going to get really soft, and you'll be able to use the manicure stick to just scrape off the residue. And it's that simple. So easy to do, easy to take off. I am in love, but I am not going to take these nails off right now, obviously, because I'm going to wear these and they are just too cute to take off.
Wow, thanks Evie for all those super helpful tips and tricks to use our Salon Dip color system and Salon Dip color palette. Before we jump into our Q&A, I just wanted to remind you all that we do have a coupon code running for 20% off site-wide, which will be running till June 11th, and the code is right on your screen. It's Nailed It with Kiss. We have had a lot of questions come through during the masterclass, and we are going to answer a few of them live today. As a reminder, we do still have some community managers from KISS answering any questions that we may miss in the chat now. Okay, Evie, the first question, what is the difference between the KISS Salon Dip Starter Kit and the KISS Salon Color Nail Dip Powder?
So the Kiss Salon Dip color palette, well, the Salon Dip color system, which is the starter kit, it comes with everything that you need to do your dip nails. So it comes with the tray and the base and the top gel and the activator. So it comes with that. The other color palettes are just the powders. So that is the difference.
Awesome, thank you. Next, can you use the colored powders to do a French manicure?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, according to the Kiss team, you just take your favorite color powder that you want to use for your French tip and the base gel. You're going to go ahead and do your French tip, and then you're going to finish up the rest of the nail with another round of base gel and the natural clear dip powder. And that is going to give you the perfect French manicure.
Awesome. And last but not least, can the dip colors be used for a pedicure?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't see why I couldn't. Now, it will be a little difficult, I guess, to dip your toes. You may have to just sprinkle the powder over your toes, but it can definitely be done.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for attending our second masterclass in the Nailed It with Kiss series. If you want to follow along with Long Hair Pretty Nails and try this kit yourself, you could purchase it today at kissusa.com for 20% off site-wide. Again, the code is Nailed It with Kiss, which is right on your screen, and it will only be available until June 11th, so make sure you purchase it today. Also, stay tuned for the next masterclass in our series where we will share another one of our top selling professional kits. Follow our KISS social channels to stay notified of the next class. Evie, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me again. It's been a ball. And y'all make sure to take advantage of that 20% off. Like, that's a big deal. I think I might go to the site and get me something.